Hello, I'm taking a look at Aztez, a turn-based strategy game mixed with a 2D fighter all slashlet and basically newspaper print. It is a bit like a stripped-down Golden Axe with only one lane of attack and the dwarf fighters replaced with a bunch of dudes who skipped leg deep and mixed that with the strategy-light versions of civilizations. If the game only had one nation and if the nation was filled with folks who cake themselves with testosterone cream and then just beat the out of each other 24/7, and of course there is a blood sacrifice, but I think that goes without saying. Aztez is from Team Colorblind and is out now for $17.99 on Steam and supposedly later on the PS4 and Xbox One. Let's see how it does, shall we? As always, if you like the video, maybe subscribe. So here's my review for Aztez Global Warming Higgins lag. Of opportunity lag, armor and the walls. Serious towards graphics are first. I think it is interesting and sets a high number of games that are going for this unequipped down colored style while still pushing complex gameplay at the same time, and while at different moments it is a bit confusing overall, it does actually work here with a black and white feel to everything but splashes of color usage to denote things like a city's slow descent into madness, which I guess really poses the question, how low into madness can you get before you are assaulting, placing and basing stuff of QVC at night, so you can look like a bird of prey in your next battle. Apparently, this game is trying to answer that now the color motif itself works well for the most part throughout the entire overland sections, especially with the nice thick lines set to different objects and finer details spread out across the various things occurring in that overland mode. Now when you jump into the 2D fighting mode, it's both awesome and, to be honest, a little bit confusing when you are slashing through a bunch of bird mask wearing freaks. It can be a blast showering the world with splashes of blood, zip double leg kick and some shield carry and buff on, and then ground slamming an enemy that is apparently one of the only people in this game that's not endowed with the power of fight. The only issue is no matter what, even games using their full color spectrum can be confusing when things get hot and heavy and up close in these types of titles, and Aztez sadly has some of the same issue, but it's confirmed by the color scheme. It's black and white and black and white red, and then black and white and the black and white and green, and then black and white and red again, and then multiply that by like 10 and then try to differentiate you which bird winged warrior of ancient spectacular vengeance is currently gearing up the spear you like a godman or the sayer chicken. And to be honest, many times I choose poorly. Now if a Z-test did not like so damn cool I was doing all this, it would be a bigger deal, but as it is, it's just sort of noticeable to me, so I have to say I dig to look and use, and the tactical gameplay works well to differentiate things like the type of quest, the levels of descent and so forth, while the 2D section might get a little bit meshier. As I said before, they were always playable in the overchin design, always trying to channel the designer's idea of what Aztecs would look like. Their cool start was maxed out can easily be seen. Also, the game runs technically very well, with 4K at 16 FPS being attainable by anybody with an i7. I had mine at 4.2 and 1080. Anyone with somewhat current CPU and current GPU is going to be able to run this just fine at some of the higher resolution settings. I just wish had more graphical options because it just got to full screen, not full screen and your resolution as a package. I have to say this, I adore the idea behind Aztez, and much of it works incredibly well due to smart design, but when the going gets hot and heavy, in the hot and heavy gets going, it's hard to figure out which black and white line dude of the 10 on the screen is the one currently preparing to rip. So you inside like the world's most questionable burrito, then it cues a couple issue sound, music and voice. Let's switch this up and voice first now, so let's move on about sound you. Know this is actually a pretty good sound work, and even when you are being babysat by a dude with a weapon that looks like a club and an orange is just duct taped to it, the game has no problem going down low to pay off with thick bony hits. It also has some excellent change ups to alert you to different status of enemies, and soon you will listen in for the sound of glass breaking to indicate to you that the current dude you are ending your 17th hit combo on his is level past his own expiration date. The game has no real problem using the entire spectrum and also making that pay off for gamers. When it comes to information delivered via sound, most weapons have a good solid. Thanks for watching, press like button and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks you.